Hey friends, it's Queen Mab, and today I am going to talk about the concept of ego, especially as it is discussed in the 12-step rooms. So, the word ego in this culture pretty much universally has a very, very negative connotation. And if anybody ever says to someone, hey, leave your ego out of it, or check your ego, or we're not about ego here, the message in general is stop doing whatever you're doing because it's obnoxious. Sometimes I think it's also to say to someone hey, we don't want to hear what you have to say, or we don't want to hear your feelings, which definitely in some contexts can make a lot of sense, okay? So here's my problem with this. The concept of ego really just refers to having a sense of self. I think that's the literal definition of the word. So why is it that we're telling people it isn't a good thing to have a sense of self? Now, in the book I read by Holly Whitaker, Quit Like a Woman, and also in Many Roads, One Journey, Moving Beyond the 12 Steps by Charlotte Castle, both of them argue that since the 12-step programs were started by very powerful white men, these were people who needed to break down their egos. That really was the path to freedom for them. But for women and people of color, and I would probably also argue for some men maybe who've been severely abused or experienced any kind of discrimination, maybe for being disabled or who knows, that is not actually the way to go. That these folks who are more on the margins of society really need to build up their senses of self. So I think for me, I find that it really is a balance. And that was something I loved from Charlotte Castle's book. She said, it's not about obliterating the ego, it's about getting the ego to merge with compassion and awareness. I had to read that sentence 15 times and highlight it and come back to it again and again and again. Because, like I said, all I've been hearing the whole time I've been going to these programs is, get your ego out of the way. Okay. Now, it's probably very easy to argue that I have a big ego because, first of all, I do solo shows and I vlog and, so obviously I must be a self-centered narcissist, an egomaniac at the center of the universe, or whatever Eric Clapton said. It's possible. And I haven't found that way of thinking to be especially helpful to my own recovery. It's a lot easier for me to treat others with kindness if I'm first treating myself with kindness. Although I will give you a hint, it was very difficult for me to extend any kindness or compassion towards myself before I understood my neurology. Because, again, I literally thought that I was a piece of crap. So I don't know if I'm going to post this one. This one's a little vulnerable, but I'm going to finish up like I am going to post it and say, if you like what I'm talking about, visit queenmabmusic.com. Don't forget to comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.